Hi.
Hey, hi, Aigerim.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you. Finally.
Приятно, очень приятно познакомиться.
Взаимно. Взаимно.
So, how are you
Uh,
today?
Everything is good. Thank you. The day was perfect. Congrats with Hari Raya. Kurban Ayt
You,
kutlu olsun.
you, Kurban Kuti Bolsin.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, I just wanted to, start off with just giving a short background about you. So,
Mm-hmm.
understand that, you're a career woman who was on top of your career game in Kazakhstan. You work with Kazatomprom, the national atomic company
Right.
in Kazakhstan.
Right.
Then
Yes.
your family, your husband got an opportunity to work in Malaysia, so that is why your whole family decided to move to Kuala Lumpur. And congrats
Right. Exactly.
on that. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur.
Thank you so much. We're really enjoying the life here in Malaysia. Malaysian people are very, very friendly. So we are very happy to be here, to live here, to
Mhm.
enjoy the life here, to have sunny weather, enjoy the sunny weather after cold Astana, where we lived around 8 years in minus 30. You probably do understand, yeah, the difference between the weather in Malaysia and Kazakhstan. So
Exactly.
the 4 seasons, and in Malaysia it's 2 seasons, I would say, the rainy season and the hot season.
Mhm.
But anyway, we are really enjoying. Our kids are very happy to have a chance to swim every day. So
Mhm.
all the things that we faced during the moving to another country, it was really hard. So all it very worth it. So when you see your kids are very healthy here, so comparing with Astana, our kids were sick around every 3 months. So every 3 months they get the uh, yeah, because of the cold weather, that yeah, they had a flu or some rainy nose and etc.
Mhm.
But comparing to the weather here in Astana, they had only, so we are living here almost 1 year. In August will be 1 year since we moved.
Congratulations.
So for yeah, thank you. So for whole this year, they got sick only once, and it was we went through very easy. Just a rainy nose, and that's all. No temperature, no cough, and etc. So that's why I'm very happy that we are here. And when you have three kids, and when they got sick all together, it's becoming very crazy. So the the most important thing. So why we moved here, because of the weather, and also in the summertime they got allergy. So my husband and my eldest son, every summer they got very a huge allergy. So it's hard to breathe. So there are eyes some problems. But when we moved here, so the weather is like how I would say влажная погода.
Just
Uh,
a temperature, same humidity all
yes,
year
the
round.
humidity level is very good for the people who got the allergy. So that's why to live here where the humidity are very high, it's very good for the health for all the people who got the allergy. So I suggest for everyone who got the allergy or some problems with the health to move to the sunny country. So the level, the health are becoming very, very better.
I understand that, we have a similar story, both of us, because we moved
Mm-hmm.
to another country. You moved to Malaysia, I moved to Kazakhstan, and I understand that it's not as easy as people think it is to move to another country, especially in your case. You have your children, most of to bring them there. So how was the experience like for you when you made the decision to move? And then when you already went to Malaysia, you know, how did you, how to say, settle in a new country with your family?
Mm-hmm. Actually, we were thinking about the moving abroad around few years. So it's not the one day decision, I would say. So we were planning it for the few years. So coming back to the history, I want to share that my husband graduated from the Boston University in USA. So he had the experience living abroad. After me and my husband, we are colleagues. So we worked in a national company, uranium industry. So we had a lot of business trips abroad. So we see a life abroad. So we had the chance to communicate with the foreign people, and we really really wanted to have a chance to live this kind of life like abroad. So comparing to Kazakhstan, so my husband was planning it also. So then we got the chance. My husband was find the job in KL. So that's why we decided to move after he got the получил предложение о работе. После этого мы решили переехать. So the most important why we decided to move is because of the education. So we wanted to live in a English-speaking country, so our kids could have a chance to study in English school. So this one was the most important thing why we decided to move. The other thing is the weather, to change from the cold weather to warm, sunny weather. So those two things are the main thing why we decided to move. So of course it was not easy. It was a hard decision to move, to leave behind the business. So we have a business in Kazakhstan. It's a kids learning center that is still working, but nowadays because of the MCO it's closed. But we still managing the franchise of CMG Kids. So in Kazakhstan. So to handle all these things together, it was not easy to move in a country. It was hard for our kids who the level of their English it's zero. It was zero. So it was hard for them to around 3 months to get used. That adaptation period took for them around 3 months for them. So they were crying, they were rejecting to go to the school, but we find a very, very good school for them. It's a British international school. So we are very happy that our kids have a chance to study, to have a British teachers. They are very, very kind. So those 3 months they were very kind for them. So and still, because the adaptation period was hard for them. After 3 months, they got used. They used to speak English, so understand. They find the friends. So after that, it become very easy for all of us. And the first month it was the first month was hard for us to find a new apartment, to make a normal to handle the normal life here in Malaysia. So to change your life on a 360 degree, it's not easy for everyone, I guess.
And especially, you know, when you move as a family, it's really not easy. But
Yeah, right.
you've already got settled in Malaysia, and you're already used to Kuala Lumpur. You've been to so many places I've seen. Okay, you mentioned about your children. So they're in the school, British international school. And how do you think, and you also mentioned that you have education business in Kazakhstan. So how do you think the difference between education system in Malaysia and in Kazakhstan?
В Казахстане система образования, то есть у нас не было опыта, когда мы переехали сюда, в Малайзию, у нас сын сразу пошел здесь в школу. В Казахстане в 7 лет он бы пошел только в 1 класс. То есть до этого, то есть я в курсе только о дошкольном образовании. Это мы владели сами детским центром, куда он ходил. У него была подготовка к школе. Наши дети ходили в садик, в наш же детский центр. То есть ради них мы его и открывали. То есть изначально мы работали в национальной компании с супругом. После рождения первого сына к нам пришла мысль о том, чтобы открыть свой какой-то бизнес, который будет приносить какую-то пользу для людей, и чтобы у меня было более свободное время заниматься чем-то, когда ты находишься в декрете, чтобы я могла и заниматься бизнесом, и уделять полноценное время ребенку. То есть это был только один вариант, чтобы открывать свой бизнес. Поэтому через 2 года вот после рождения сына мы открыли детский... Изначально мы открывали консультационный центр. Мы консультировали по образованию за рубежом. Мы отправляли на летние курсы в Америку, в Малайзию отправляли на летние курсы по английскому языку, и в Америку, и в Англию тоже. После этого, уже когда уже родился второй сын, к нам пришли запросы о том, чтобы люди просили открыть детский центр, где обучают тоже и английскому языку. То есть у нас после образования за рубежом мы открывали центр для взрослых людей по изучению английского языка. То есть английские курсы преподавали. После этого мы открыли детский центр, уже когда второй ребенок родился, и полностью раннее развитие преподавали учителя для детей от 7 месяцев начиная. То есть это было на английском, на казахском и на русском языке, на 3 языках детей развивали. Когда уже третий сын родился, уже он буквально чуть-чуть походил в наш детский центр, тогда уже больше мыслей пришло о переезде. Сыну был годик уже, когда мы уже начали готовиться к переезду. То есть, если сравнивать образование в Казахстане и здесь, разница в том, что здесь международное образование, то есть дети учатся на английском языке. Я не знаю, как сравнить с государственными школами, которые в Малайзии, потому что государственные школы, они только для местных людей. А для иностранцев, которые переезжают в Малайзию, это только частные школы. То есть бесплатных школ здесь в Малайзии для иностранцев нет. Если сравнивать, допустим, Америку, Европу, Канаду, там есть бесплатные школы на английском языке, куда ваши дети могут пойти, а здесь иностранные школы, они все платные. Но мы очень довольны уровнем образования, то, что дети у нас учатся в британской школе. Здесь... к детям более, как сказать, более в игровой форме преподают. Наши дети, они очень... То есть мы им привили любовь к образованию, то есть благодаря нашему детскому центру они очень любили ходить в детский центр, в детский садик, то есть они любили учиться. И переехав в Малайзию, то есть после того, как они уже адаптационный период прошел, они даже на выходных у нас уже спрашивают, а сегодня школа, а сегодня школа. Им очень нравится подход учителей иностранных, как они с ними занимаются. То есть они детей уважают здесь. Год уже прошел, у нас ребенок в Казахстане старший сын, допустим, он бы пошел бы только в 1 класс. Здесь в британскую школу его взяли в 7 лет сразу во 2 класс. Второму сыну нашему сейчас 5 лет, и он уже в сентябре идет в 1 класс обучаться в британской школе. И третий наш сын, ему 2,5 года, он уже ходит в садик тоже при этой британской школе. И всем троим очень нравится ходить в школу, преподаватели у них британцы. Разница, наверное, образования в Казахстане и здесь то, что в Казахстане все равно более строгая система образования. То есть там важно порядок, дисциплина, детей очень дисциплинируют. Даже система преподавания абсолютно разная. Здесь, допустим, на твой почерк никто не обращает внимания, то есть это не суть. Там, допустим, в Казахстане за твой почерк снижали оценки, а здесь нет, здесь развивают логическое мышление у детей. А здесь детям вселяют уверенность, даже если у тебя есть какие-то ошибки, у тебя есть ты не совсем, да, до конца, вот наши дети полностью английский язык понимают, даже при этом они все равно детей восхваляют. Они в детей вселяют уверенность в том, что они очень талантливые, что у вас дети очень способные, они развивают их вот это вот логическое мышление. Даже математика, вот я сравниваю, ребенок во 2 классе, он уже дроби проходит. В Казахстане, наверное, ты дроби уже изучаешь где-то, я не знаю, после 3-4 классе. Здесь они математику совсем по-другому преподают, допустим. Историю они уже преподают, начиная со 2 класса. Они изучают историю Англии, историю Испании там частями изучают, географию очень классно преподают. И разница абсолютно вообще другая разница в преподавании, если сравнивать с образованием в Казахстане. И это была основная причина, почему мы переехали в Малайзию, чтобы дети могли в англоязычной среде обучаться. И все вот эти трудности, которые были связаны с переездом, они все это стоило того, чтобы приехать сюда ради образования детей.
Как вы думаете, is it more expensive to learn in Malaysia or in Kazakhstan for children?
If we can compare it, for example, if it will be national, государственная школа, то это дешевле, естественно, если у тебя дети пойдут в государственную школу, тебе платить за это не надо, да? If comparing with the private school, international private schools with Kazakhstan, so there are only, I think there are only 2 private schools in Kazakhstan where we live in Astana. It was Haileybury, British school. So comparing to the price to the British school here, the prices are very higher in Astana. So, for example, the kindergarten in Haileybury in Astana, it costs around $14,000 in a year, and 14,000, yeah, 1-4.
Wow.
14,000 in a year for the kindergarten only.
Oh.
And after the 1st grade, 2nd grade, the prices are becoming higher. And comparing to Malaysian international school prices, so the prices, it will start from $5,000-6,000 the kindergarten for a year. То есть, если сравнивать школы по ценам, допустим, британская школа, садик стоит $14 тысяч в Астане, а здесь цены на садик начинаются с $5-6 тысяч в год.
Это очень большой difference, you know, it's more expensive here in Kazakhstan than in Malaysia.
Right.
I mean, you've been living in Kuala Lumpur for nearly 1 year. So what do you think about the cost of living in Kuala Lumpur compared to Astana?
I would say it's similar. Comparing to Kazakhstan, only the difference it was that we had our own apartment in Astana. So we didn't pay for the apartment, for the rent in Astana, and here we are renting an apartment. So the prices, I would say, similar that for the rent in Astana, so comparing for the rent in KL. Regarding the food expenses, I would say it's also 50-50, it could be similar. Only for the fruits that we are very enjoying the healthy lifestyle here, so we have a chance to eat different fruits, enjoy. the prices for the mango, for the watermelon, for the etc. I would say it's much cheaper here. Only the difference for the higher prices for international products. For example, the alcohol prices are higher here in KL. Also, because that this is the Muslim country, I would say the license for the alcohol are higher here in in KL comparing to Kazakhstan, and the other international products like cheese or some I would say and the meat. I would say about the meat, the prices for the meat are higher here than in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
So we are buying here Australian beef. So the prices for the Australian beef for 1 kilo it will cost 6,000 tenge, 1 kilo of Australian beef. And I know in Astana the price for 1 kilo of beef it's around 2,000 tenge or 3,000 tenge.
I buy the meat at Ram store. It's about 3,500 or 3,600 tenge per kg.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
Right.
But klubnika is expensive in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm. Klubnika is expensive, right? Strawberry, cherry is very expensive because we are buying the USA cherry. It costs around 6,000 tenge for 1 kilo. For in Kazakhstan, it would be around 1,000 maximum for 1 kilo. We're buying dates, finiki. Also the USA product dates. It's cost around 8,000 tenge for 1 kilo. So in Astana, it would cost you 5,000 or 4,000 tenge for 1 kilo of finiki.
So food, it's more cheaper in Kazakhstan compared to Malaysia.
Yes, I think.
Renting apartment, I think in Kazakhstan is a bit cheaper, I think. But in Malaysia, you get, if you stay at apartment, you have your swimming pool, community center, gym. You have a lot.
Yeah, you have all this already in the renting price. So the swimming pool, the gym, right, the tennis court, the playground, two parking. So I would say the prices are similar. If comparing so we live in Bukit Jalil area. It's around takes 30 minutes to KLCC center. So the prices comparing to KLCC and the Bukit Jalil, so the prices are different, of course. If you will live in the center of KL, it will be the prices, of course, are higher comparing to Kazakhstan prices. But if comparing the prices in our area, Bukit Jalil, and other areas, in 30 minutes from KL, the prices would be, I think, the same like in Kazakhstan, in Astana or Almaty.
What I like about Kazakhstan is that the neighborhood, you have pharmacies, you have the shops, you have alim, you have, it's easy. So you don't really have to drive out. But in Kuala Lumpur, you have to drive out to go to shops or pharmacy or salon even.
Right.
A couple of days ago, I think you shared on your Instagram about the medical and medicines in Malaysia.
Right.
So could you just, tell me a bit about it? Is it more expensive in Malaysia compared to Kazakhstan?
Yeah, the medical expenses are more higher than in Kazakhstan. It's expensive, right? So we lived in Astana in Hyvel. So you know Hyvel, right? So I didn't need to drive a car anyway. So we had everything in Hyvel. The pharmacy, the restaurant, the shopping mall, even our kindergarten, the learning center was also in Hyvel. So we lived in Hyvel. Everything was around us. The sport, the gym. So I only drive to the swimming pool for my kids. So they were going to the swimming pool in Winex Sport Center, and they were. I was drive to the Haileybury for the football training 2, 3 times a week. So here in Malaysia, we choose the Bukit Jalil area because of the school. So we choose first of all our school, then we find this apartment close to the school. It takes us around 10 minutes to drive to the school. But my husband works, needs to drive to Damansara area. It's get around 40-45 minutes in the morning to drive there. It was very hard for me to get used to this left side driving. Left side driving is different with the Kazakhstan. So here in Malaysia, the same like in Great Britain. So the different road, left side driving. So and this a long distance comparing to Astana is all very situated, all very close. But here in KL, it takes you around 1 hour to get to the center or etc., or to go to the hospital, or to drive your kids to the some additional courses like art or like chess additional courses. So it all situated in the center. So it gets you to drive there 1 hour. So what was the question about the difference between the yeah, about the medical service, right? Yeah, the medical service. So a few days ago, my son got a little bit of cough and runny nose. The eldest son. So this one was the first time when he got ill for this whole year. Mm-hmm. So we went to the private частная клиника close to our house. So the prices for this cost for us around 100 ringgit. Not 100, 150 ringgit. It's around 15,000 tenge, 15,000 tenge. Yeah, 15,000 tenge. So the we paid 70 ringgit for прием педиатру, so for checking up, and the other 80 ringgit, it's 8,000 tenge for the medical. So the good thing that here in Malaysia, when you go to the doctor, they already give you a medicine. So you don't need to go to the pharmacy to buy the medicine that the doctor listed to you. But the prices comparing to the hospitals are higher. It would cost you, so here close to our house, it cost us 15,000 tenge. If you compare it to the hospitals, it costs you around 300, 400, это 30 тысяч, 40 тысяч тенге только за прием врачу-педиатру будет стоить. У моего младшего сына была проблемка с ухом. He got the ear problem, ear problems, that he put the stick, the ear sticks. He put it in the, палочки для ушей. He put it in the ear and broke something inside. So it caused him a little bit pain. So it was our first experience when we got to the hospital. So we went to the Subang Jaya Medical Center. It's a big hospital. So we went there to ear and nose doctor, and it cost us around 900 ringgit. Это 90 тысяч тенге. 90 тысяч тенге мы заплатили за прием к лору, получается. Они ему прочистили ухо и назначили лекарства. So the doctor cost around 400 ringgit, and the other 500 ringgit. So you paid for the medical and for the medicine and for the cleaning his ear. Okay. So the price was 900 ringgit. In comparing to Astana, we would pay for this around only 10,000 tenge for the ear doctor.
I think
So
in Kazakhstan, the government subsidized the medical treatment for the citizens, right?
I had my insurance from the company where I worked. It's a national company, Kazakh. So I still using I was using it when I lived in Astana. So the insurance that was paid by my company where I was on maternity leave. But even though if you will go to the private clinic, so the price for ear doctor or just the pediatric doctor, even though it will cost you maximum 10,000 tenge, and the other thing you pay a medicine by your own. So the doctors usually do not give you a medicine, so you go to the pharmacy with the list that the doctors gave you. Even though, but of course, it's easier to have here in KL the insurance. So if you will have the insurance here for expats, so it would be much easier. It's also very expensive if you buy it for your own. The insurance, it will cost you around $5,000 or $10,000. But if you don't have insurance, so it will cost you around this 200, 300 ringgit. And also, my husband had an experience when he got to the dentist. He needed to take away зуб мудрости. Ему нужно было удалить зуб мудрости. So it costed for him around 1,000 ringgit for this. It cost 100 тысяч тенге, получается, 100,000 tenge for the dentist. And compared to
what about dentists in Kazakhstan? Is it cheaper?
In Kazakhstan, it's cheaper. Yeah, it will cost you 20,000 tenge. 20 тысяч тенге или 100 тысяч тенге здесь в Малайзии получается.
I've never been to the dentist in Kazakhstan because I still go to my dentist in Kuala Lumpur. So, and in terms of clinic, I think, yes, it is cheaper here, but you have to go to the pharmacy to buy the medicine, and then not all pharmacies have the exact medication. So you have to visit a few different pharmacies to get the medicine. You also mentioned about driving in Malaysia, right? So I have a problem. You are not used to driving on the right side. I'm not used to driving on the left side. How is your experience driving in Kuala Lumpur?
Yeah, like I already said, so I needed the time. It took me around 3 months to get to use them for the left side road here. It's like in the Great Britain. So also the other thing, the roads are really different. So in Astana, it's really easy roads. So it's like you go straight, you turn left, you turn right, and you go straight. So here in Malaysia, so you have to use I don't know how to say in English. A lot of много мостов, автобаны, so road on the roads, so the расстояния очень большие здесь. And I'm using the Waze. It's a GPS card in KL. So without this GPS, I couldn't even drive on these highways. And if you left some пропустишь поворот, то тебе приходится объезжать еще 30 минут обратно на эту дорогу, чтобы вернуться. If you are not driving at all, it would be more hard to get used to these kind of roads. But I had the 10 years experience of driving. But this one, the abroad experience driving a car, it's my first experience to drive abroad. So after 3 months, it's becoming okay. So
motorcycles in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, this one, the other thing that was that was the difference, yeah, the Kazakhstan people not using this at all, the motorcycles. Here there is a lot of motorcycles. They are mostly like uh, grab food, panda food. They are delivery service. So all these people are using the motorcycles, and
Yeah,
they
at the side.
yeah, they drive. Yeah, they're driving like crazy here. So after 1 year of living here in KL, so this is okay. My husband was in a business trip to Vietnam. So when he was in Vietnam, it's more a lot of these
Uh,
motorcycles are really much more there. So he's like comparing to KL, it's okay. It's not a lot of motorcycles here. In Vietnam, it's much more a lot of motorcycles there.
and in March this year, Malaysia implemented the quarantine. So how was the
Mhm.
experience for you and your family?
So it was crazy with the three kids stuck at home. Yeah, but it was okay. So actually, we talked a lot with my husband that we are really happy that we are here in Malaysia during this quarantine COVID period. So we are very happy that we moved here into KL 1 year ago. So, and the Malaysian people are very, very strict, following all the rules of this MCO. So all the people are wearing these masks. So I'm very um, um, shocked that all the people are very, very strict, following all the rules that the government implements. So here in Malaysia, there are three nationality who lives. Yeah, Malay people, Chinese people, and Indian people. So all the Chinese are very, very strict, following all the rules. So when you're in malls or in a highly area where the peoples everyone wears masks. So I also was shocked that even the delivery people, the not only the normal people who or even for example people who work in constructions, people who are servicing, people who works in this serving area. So they're all strictly wearing this mask everywhere where you go. So that's why we are very happy that we are here. And again, the medical service level, it's much better here in KL. There was no problem with any medicine. So everything was, so you could buy everything in the pharmacy. So, and all the doctors who are here in work in hospital, they all have an education in mostly in UK, in Australia. So the quarantine COVID was easily gone through here in Malaysia. So even yeah.
Very strict to the construction site. If the workers don't wear the mask, they have to close down the whole project. And if restaurants, they have people who has COVID visiting the restaurants, they have to close down. So a lot of businesses are scared about that. And I think you've also been actively following Malaysian news, especially
Mm-hmm.
the updates about COVID-19. Do you think that our health director general, do you think that he's been giving clear and informative information about COVID?
In Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yeah, or there is always the Ministry of Health. He was like reporting every week, every day regarding the people who got ill, how many people, the statistics about the COVID-19. So the Ministry of Health did a very good job here in Malaysia, and all the government. So everyone was strictly following the rules when the MCO was started. So it was around 2 months. People needed to stay at home. Only one from family could go outside. So it was my husband who went to the groceries. So this is the only. So me and my kids were staying and strictly following all the rules. We were staying these 2 months at home. So the only thing there was a I think that Malaysia did a really great job. With this controlling the spreading this COVID. I also read the news that the Malaysia are the in the 5 top countries who did a great job about the the statistic of the COVID-19.
The number of cases.
Yeah, because everywhere where you go in Malaysia, they checking your temperature. So you need to scan this to write your name. So your phone number. It's mostly everywhere in restaurants, in malls, in all. Even when you got to the mall, so you get registered with this scanning code, and every shops. So where you go to buy something, you also need to double register and check the temperature. So everyone was very following strictly all the rules. I know that during these 2 months when everyone should stay at home, they put a very high штраф. Они выписывали очень высокий штраф, кто не соблюдал вот эти правила, кто бегал в парках или кто где-то гулял. Везде штрафовали людей, кто не выполнял, не соблюдал условий вот этого карантина.
For the people who don't follow the rules.
Yeah, for the people who didn't follow the rules, so they made a higher. The people should pay. Yeah, penalties. Yeah, people should pay for the penalty.
In Kazakhstan a couple of days ago, so everyone, it's a mandatory for everyone to wear masks to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, you have to pay штраф like $200 or something.
Yeah, 80,000 tenge. Yeah.
But what about the social distancing in Malaysia? Do people actually follow that?
Yes, they do follow. I also do a lot of life stories in Instagram. I also showed how people are really following all the rules in the malls, in the shops. So they do follow this social distancing, 1 meter. Even in the grocery stores, they put the signs on the floor. So asking the people to follow this social distancing.
I'm sure you've tried Malaysian food.
Yeah, we tried Malaysian food. Nasi lemak. I even you remember I asked you about the Malaysian national food. I wrote a post in my Instagram about the food, different variety of food. So I think that all gourmands could find something good to eat here in Malaysia, because the multinational variety of the food here in Malaysia, it's very good. So I would say the food are very tasty. The Malaysian food, they use a lot of sugar, coconut milk when they prepare this food.
Malaysian food.
Yeah, and because of my husband, he mostly preferred to eat homemade food. I used to cook a lot by myself, so he don't eat the sugar, and he using the healthy lifestyle. So mostly on a diet. 2 years ago, he lost weight around 23 kilos.
Oh.
So yeah, and he's following this healthy lifestyle diets and etc. That's why we could not eat a lot of this Malaysian food, because it contains a lot of sugar, coconut milks, and etc. But we love really from Malaysian. I love the satay, chicken satay. Yeah. It's like in Kazakhstan shashlik. but it's a sweet shashlik. Yeah, small shashlik, sladký shashlik. So we tried to do this satay at home, but not sweet. The shashlik like in Kazakhstan.
Uh-huh.
And we love really Chinese food. The Chinese dumplings, very very tasty.
Uh-huh.
So and we love Korean food. So here is really a lot of multinational variety of food. So everyone could find something to eat here. The only thing you should know where exactly to eat. So I know the Bukit Bintang place where the Malaysian people love this outside eating food. But I'm still picky about that. I could not eat sitting outside at the streets.
Uh-huh.
So I mostly prefer to go to the pavilion or KLCC where the foodarium, and the restaurants.
Uh-huh.
So I feel more safe to eat food there. Yeah, if comparing to outside food eating, like at the Bukit Bintang street where you could try the satay food and all the national different food.
What about the taste of the food? Because Malaysian food, we have a lot of different tastes. Kazakh food or Russian food, there's only one taste, either meat or potatoes or carrot, for example. But let's say the rice itself is cooked with coconut milk. And then there's sauce, which we call sambal. And there's a lot of flavors for one dish.
Yeah.
So is that how was it like when you first taste Malaysian food?
So it was very sweet. It was very sweet. Yeah, and the sambal is sauce. Yeah, the sweet sauce. So it tastes different, of course, comparing it to Kazakh food. So we don't use the sweet flavors, the sweet sauces in Kazakhstan. So we just cook the meat and beshkarmak, a lot of bread. But I could say also when we moved here in Malaysia, we changed our lifestyle of eating. So we eating more green salads here. We eating more cabbage here. We used to cook also with the coconut milk. I love the coconut milk. We found this coconut milk with no sugar added. So I'm trying to use when I cook the mushrooms and onions. I love to put some coconut milk, and I also love this imbir.
Sure.
Cumin flavor. Yeah, I use this cumin flavor when I cook also. So as I said, my husband is picky about the food. He don't eat the sugar added food, so that's why I used to cook at home. But I love we eat a lot of green salads here, and we eating more fruits, different fruits here than comparing to Kazakhstan. So in Kazakhstan we used to eat only apples, oranges, making orange juice. So here the variety of we eating the fruits are much better in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Also, we found our national Kazakh restaurant here in Malaysia. It's called Astana. Astana, yeah. When we want to eat some dumplings or puzzle, so we go to this Astana restaurant to eat our national food. Sometimes we really miss our national food also.
Do you taste the difference in vegetables? For example, in avashi, I think it tastes more fresh than in Malaysia.
The difference of the vegetables comparing to Kazakhstan?
I think in Kazakhstan it's more fresh. The taste.
It's more natural. I would say it's more natural. In Kazakhstan, it's more natural than comparing here in Kazakhstan or in Malaysia. So the food, the taste of cucumber, for example, the taste of the kabachki. I forgot. Yeah, so in Kazakhstan, I missed it for the first 3 months when we moved here in KL. This the taste of this natural ovashi in Kazakhstan, and the other thing that I miss in Kazakhstan, the meat, the taste of the meat, it's much better in Kazakhstan.
Uh-huh. And you also miss
So
horse meat.
yeah, the horse meat, the kaza. My son is always asking, can our grandma send us the kaza? So when my mom came here, she spent the New Year with us here in KL. She brought us 30 kilo of meat, of horse meat from Kazakhstan.
Wow.
So, yeah, this was the order of my son and husband. So she brought for us the meat from Kazakhstan when she came here to visit us in Malaysia. So this is the only thing that we miss in Kazakhstan, the meat and some vegetables. But the other thing, living in a sunny country, all this think worth it. I mean, when you miss this food, so you can live without this meat. Actually, we when you live in a sunny weather climate, so you used to eat much less meat. So
Yes, more.
we yeah, so you are eating more because of the hot weather. So you cannot eat this kind of a lot of meat, kaza and the horse meat. You're more eating here the chicken or fish, or we try to eat duck meat.
Uh-huh.
So we used to eat duck, chicken, or fish here in
Uh-huh.
Malaysia, and
Uh-huh.
sometimes beef, Australian beef.
Uh-huh.
So the lifestyle of eating, it's changing. It's changing when you move to another country.
Exactly. I agree with that. I eat more vegetables now
Yeah.
because I don't really eat vegetables that much. So
Oh,
when I
really?
moved to Pakistan, yeah, I eat more vegetables. I eat a lot of salad, and yeah, you're right. Changing your lifestyle, everything changed. And in Malaysia, do you have you picked up any Malay language or Chinese language?
Mm, not really, but I have a plan to start learning Chinese because of my husband's work. So he used to work with the Chinese, Malaysian Chinese people. So he's working in a private real estate agency. So they selling the real estate for foreigners here, the KL real estate. So they mostly selling it for foreigners who buy the real estate here in KL. They are mostly Hong Kong Chinese people, Japanese, Korean foreigners, and some of foreigners from Great Britain. Yeah, Malaysian people speaking English, it's also different, yeah, from the our English. So they always using like okay la, where
Yes,
la, something la on the end.
at la.
Yeah. Wait la, wait la. So this is the only thing that we learned. We used to learn for Malayan English. So can yeah, always can.
Yes.
But actually, Malaysian people are they're really friendly. So I love. I'm happy to live among Malaysian people. They are really friendly. So the other thing, it's very good for Malaysia. They're a Muslim country, so you feel like living in safe country,
Mm-hmm.
comparing to USA. So it's much better, I think, to live in Malaysia for now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's why we choose also to move in Malaysia. It's an English speaking country, so mostly everyone could speak English. So, and the other thing, there is a lot of international variety of different international English schools here in Malaysia. So that's the good thing also.
And you're also very actively sharing about your life in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, on your Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
Aigerim Zhumagali.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was the inspiration for you to share about your life in Malaysia?
So, speaking previously about my Instagram life, I used to share part of my life before we moved in Malaysia also. So also I was active when I lived in Kazakhstan. So when we moved to KL, I'm sharing this beautiful life of KL. So I want to a lot of people. It's actually interesting, yeah, how you find my Instagram also. You started following my stories. I
Yeah,
don't know even how did you find my Instagram?
just came out in my search in the Explore. It just came out, so
Uh-huh.
I just clicked, and then I'm like, oh, and then I told my husband Rustam. I said that, oh, do you know there's like a Kazakh lady who moved there with her family and all that. I was telling him, and then I him your pictures and your family's picture, and then so I decided to just write to you, and then you reply. So it's really a good thing that you've been sharing a lot about Malaysia on your Instagram.
I really love to share this beautiful life in Malaysia, this sunny life. A lot of beautiful sightseeing here in KL that I want to share with other people who didn't see this beautiful sunny life, very beautiful sightseeing. So I know that right now it's a very hard time to travel anywhere. So a lot of people are dreaming to come back to travel again, and it's a good opportunity. Actually, the Instagram is really nice social network when you can watch all the people all or around the world. So not only in Malaysia, so all over the world you could see everyone in Instagram. That's a very nice thing. Actually, during this MCO, I've made a lot of friends all over the world. They're Russian-speaking friends who live abroad.
Uh-huh.
So I used to make it's like a community, Russian-speaking people who making really active posts in Instagram. So we are sharing about our Instagram. So we are sharing each other in our Instagram about those people. So if you I mentioned my post in Instagram. Sometimes I list people, some Instagram names of other people who live in different places of the world. So this is a really good thing. So you have an opportunity to watch other people who live in Europe, who live in USA, who live in Canada. So we also dreaming. So me and my husband, before we moved in Malaysia, we also were thinking about moving to Dubai, or maybe to USA, or maybe to Canada. So this is actually, if you're dreaming about moving abroad with your family, it's a very good social network where you can find some people, Russian-speaking people who live in Canada. So just to put the hashtags or the location, Malaysia, so there you can find the interesting list of people. Yeah, how did you find me? The same way. So you could find all the people around the world and start the conversation about the moving and etc. Right now, so during this MCO, a lot of people start writing me and asking me about the life of Malaysia, why we moved, about the difference of the prices. Is it cheap? Is it a higher price of living in KL? So a lot of people start thinking about the moving abroad from Kazakhstan. Yeah, I don't say that we moved for что мы переехали навсегда, да, из Казахстана. So we just took this opportunity to live abroad. So we were dreaming about that. So to give a better education for our kids, to have this job experience, the new job experience. We're also thinking not to live here in Malaysia for a long time, maybe few more, 3 or 4 years, I don't know. So after that, we are also dreaming about moving to other countries. It's like Australia, like New Zealand, maybe Canada. I don't know where we could find the new job if we would be have it, if we would have a chance to find the new job experience, or maybe I also dreaming to get my MBA. So I got only my bachelor degree in Almaty, where I grew up. I'm originally from Almaty, so I moved to Astana in 2011. So I graduated from KIMAP University. So after graduating KIMAP University, it's also the English University in Almaty. I started working in 21 in this national company, Kazakh. So, but I also was dreaming about to get MBA in UK. But when I was working, I met my husband in this national company, Kazakh. We are colleagues with my husband. And now my MBA turned like in 3 kids. So, yeah, I got MBA like 3 kids. So now I'm thinking about to have an MBA maybe in New Zealand, maybe in Australia. So I don't know. But we are not afraid of living in other countries and etc. So I would like to share this kind of life with the other people, and I'm not afraid to share some of my life, private life photos or kids photos. I'm more open for other people, and I love to meet a lot of new people. So I'm really happy that we met each other in Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you wrote me. Yeah. And I would be really happy to meet you here in KL also.
Yeah, I'm also very happy to meet you on Instagram, and I'm looking forward to meet you in Kuala Lumpur. And I think it is very exciting for children because when I was younger, my parents also moved to Australia and Brunei. So it was a very good experience for myself. And I think for your children too, when they grow up, they will remember, oh, when we lived in Malaysia, and this is how we
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's very, and I think that what you're doing, sharing your life on Instagram, я думаю, это очень хорошо, потому что это как реклама о Малайзии. You're a mom, you send your kids to school, you cook, you take care of your family, and you go out and all that. How did you find the time to post all this on Instagram?
My time is actually started when my kids go to bed. like now, my kids are already sleeping. In Malaysia, it's already 11:20 p.m. So that I find the time only when my kids are sleeping or my kids are at school. So. But the other thing, if you want to do something, you always will find the time.
Yes.
Yeah. If you are dreaming about something, my husband always telling me, if you want something, just start doing it. No planning, no taking a lot of time about thinking. Yeah, a lot of people are just thinking, overthinking about something to do something. But if you want to do something, you just do it. So if you are really hard dreaming about something, you just do it. So it's the same like about moving abroad or to study or to change your lifestyle or lose a weight. Yeah, I want to lose a weight also. So after three kids, я немножко поправилась после троих детей. То есть у меня немножко это, снижение веса идет сложнее. My husband always supporting me in everything, so I'm really happy to have this kind of husband who supports everything what I do. And also my kids are also supporting this. I love to make a lot of photos, videos. So sometimes men and kids are going crazy about that. Not a lot of men loves to making a photo of their wife.
Exactly.
Also, my husband, he's always don't love it, but he do it. Yeah, he do it because he loves me. So I'm very grateful to have this kind of husband and kids. So they are like my motivation to do something, to study, to be better, and etc. So the Instagram, it's not like only sharing some photos and etc. It's like learning something new, always improving, finding some information and pushing yourself to uh, change. To change your life or something. So, for example, during this MCO, I'm thinking about new project to implement. It's like you mentioned, yeah, I love to make stories, I love to make photos, I love to make videos, and I love the beautiful sightseeing of KL. So I was thinking about when the borders will be opened, maybe I could do like a photo tour for tourists who will come here in KL. So a lot of people already asking me about what to see in KL when I will come, where to go, what to visit, and etc. And I want to compare this of not like just a simple tour, KL tour, but make also professional photos for tourists. So to let people see these beautiful places when they are able to come and to make of their memories last forever, like making a photos. Mostly, a lot of women want to make a photo session, but their husband don't love to make a photo sessions usually. And it's a good opportunity to families have this kind of photo tour during KL. So this is what I was thinking about to do. So during this MCO, also me and my husband, we are provide consult about people. As I said, a lot of people already asking us about moving to KL. Yeah, about the renting prices, about the cost for the food, about the prices for the school and etc. So we've gone through all these steps moving. So we know how to find the better apartment here in KL. For example, we know already the different areas where expats live, like Monkiara, Desa Park, Damansara, or Bangsar. A lot of people, expat, love to live in Bangsar. So we also could, as I told my husband, he works in real estate investing in marketing department, and they are selling the apartments for the foreigners. And so during this MCO, we were thinking to consult people about moving in KL who wants. So, and the other thing, we also provide, like, we already had the 5 years experience working in the education sector in Kazakhstan. And we can suggest people to find the school, better school here in KL with a different price range for everyone. So as I said, yeah, you could find for starting from 5-6 thousand in a year. The international school kindergarten, the ranges are really different. So it's also the higher price here in KL. It's around 30,000 in a year. So the prices are the variety of different school is really different. So it's very hard to easily get to find something in internet when we are planning to move somewhere. But when you have someone to connect who could help you to find better school, better area to live, or better renting an apartment, and etc. So this is the two new projects that we are starting to implement with my husband. So it went this. We were thinking about it during this MCR.
Oh,
So
that's
if people,
good. I
yeah,
good luck, all the best.
thank you so much. So if anyone have any questions about moving in KL in Malaysia, so if anyone wants to travel here in Malaysia, we also could help you to consult
The
you and etc.
and the holiday, yeah, like where they should
Yeah,
go, where to go to eat, because
yeah,
I think that a lot of the people from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, they wonder, if you go to Kuala Lumpur, what do we do? Where do we go? What can we see? So it's easier when there is a person like yourself who's also from
yeah,
Kazakhstan, who can speak the same language, who understand their
exactly.
taste, and who understand the behavior and all that. So that's a very, very good idea, and I wish you all the best for your two new
Thank
projects.
you. Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you so much for come joining me and talking. It's very, very interesting to hear about your story, and it's very inspiring. All the best again, and hope to see you in KL very soon once I go back. And take care. And
Thank you so much.
I hope your story, will really inspire people to um, not just move to another country, but to start, their lifelong dream.
Yeah, start dreaming. Yeah, it could be. It could be. So not to be afraid to change your life on a
Exactly.
360 degree. So
Yeah,
it's everything is possible if you want.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much again.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you for inviting. And your project, the Privet from Kazakhstan, it's very interesting. I am following it. I am reading all your these interesting stories about the life in Kazakhstan. So I appreciate that you are sharing some stories from Kazakhstan. So I wish you to post more photos, more beautiful photos from Kazakhstan, more beautiful stories from your life in Astana, in a beautiful park in a central.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to ask you, what do you love most, or what kind of places you love most in Astana? Have you been in Baravoye?
I've been to Bora Bora. Actually, just recently, 2 weeks ago, I went to Bora Bora. It's very, very nice. I went there early in
Mm-hmm.
the evening, so that was a good thing because towards the evening after lunch, there were so many people. Kazakhstan is a very beautiful country. Like really, it's rich with nature, and I think that it's not just Kazakhstan is not just about Astana and Almaty. It's the whole Kazakhstan is actually very beautiful, and if only
Right.
tourism is developed properly here with the better infrastructure, so people could come and people could travel and see the beauty of Kazakhstan. Okay.
Okay,
Stay healthy.
bye.
Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye.